My hair is almost down because I was wearing my babushka. I did get to go. I only have a minute. I'm sorry to rush. I got to go. I got to go. I was just like practically crying on the way there. And then I got there. I stumbled into church. Yeah. And when I got to that kind of stasis, I had just enough time to get like 5 candles, and I noticed that the icon was different than I had seen before. I walked into the, I don't know, is it a sanctuary, whatever you want to call it, the church itself, the center part, where, yeah. And it just felt like home. It was just lovely. And the 3 ladies at the back were ones I really wanted to see, and it was great to see them again and hug and kiss them, and we were all just happy to see each other, you know, it was a happy reunion. So we didn't have much time until it was time to start the Divine Liturgy, so I just kind of walked myself up and forward, and I had the chance to actually say prayers and put the candles up by Mary, or Theotokos, or whatever you want to say. So I did that, and then before I knew it, the bells were going, and I didn't even need to look at the music for half of it. And actually, you know, there's some really complicated stuff that I was really glad to do today that was different than any ones that I did before, but there were some of them that were, of course, the same words and different tunes and same tunes, and it was really fascinating. There was a lot more Greek today, so I was glad about that, and more Arabic, which is even fun, which is nice because I'm going to be having the chance to, it's a privilege to be able to sing at a wedding that's going to be all done in Arabic, so I'm really looking forward to that. So, I just was in such a meditative state when I was singing. It was just such a, I was so grateful. I didn't really have to look at the music for parts of it. I was so happy about that. It just felt like I hadn't stopped singing at all. I didn't even notice how much time had passed. It went so quickly. And I think it wasn't even until like the second time that I had sat down, you know, while we were talking about, I guess, some sort of gospel thing, that I had thought to myself, oh wow, I hadn't even thought about that warm tingle feeling. And then I realized that I had had it that whole time, but hadn't even noticed it. And it felt like very similar to a certain massage movement. It was so tingly and so warm, and I couldn't believe it. And if you're a massage therapist, ask me and I'll tell you exactly what the movement is, because it's just crazy that this is what it felt like, but it did. So, it was over way too fast. There were like 2 other priests there I'd never seen before, such lovely voices. There was a deacon who was visiting from BC. I noticed some things like on the cross, on this, I don't know what you call that area on the left. There was a draping over it that even looked like it might have had flowers, and then I guess it was a crown of thorns. And everyone was in like white or cream or ivory or something. And I'm trying to remember, there was something about, oh, the pick up the palette thing. Oh, yeah. I was remembering while I was listening to that story about how they had said, you know, that because he had carried it on the Sabbath, and yeah, there are all these laws about carrying. And I just found that so fascinating, because it was a good thing that he was carrying his palette. That meant that he didn't need it anymore. I was thinking about that. I don't know. And I don't even remember, is it in Peter, or was it Peter that told it? I don't remember. Speaking of not knowing things, I'm not sure who must have been praying about this. Or maybe y'all are just tired of hearing me go, I don't know anything about anything. But it turns out that this next week, there's going to be a class started by the priest where he's going to, it's very introductory and basic. It's not like a catechumen class or something like that. It's not like, you know, like what you do when you're like formally asked or something like that. So no, I haven't done that. It's sort of like a sidesteppy thing, like just to kind of understand what things are, and probably for me it'll just be like vocabulary. But if there's anything that I have to like Bible read, probably I might actually like read it here or something, so that anybody, and especially probably even I would ask Gambler, could help me with it and maybe like read it back for me or with me in Greek if you want to, but only if I get to counter with Hebrew, right? Just teasing. But if you want to, just to add whatever you want to. But now, you know, I'll probably be talking to my priest more and being able to ask him things. And I think somebody needs me, so I probably have to go be a mom again. Yes, it's fun to be a housewife. So, and I mean that seriously, I'm not being sarcastic. I love being a mom. Alright, I've got too many things to say. I've probably got about 6 videos that I owe to about 4 people and 2 that I'm doing just because I needed to. And I hope I have more of a chance to chat with you all later. Thank you, everyone, for all of your encouragement and your loving, kind words. And, okay, I just could stand here saying thanks for a long time. Anyway, peace.